Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. DMI 15. We're on week number 9. Welcome to social media marketing. It's gonna be fun as usual. Um, I try to keep this as simple as possible, and then I try to basically, obviously, in my own personal business, I touch on every single one of these different things. So we're doing well. This is the week number 9. So I want to encourage you to continue to do your own research, continue to dig in a little bit deeper. Honestly, if you're taking this coaching program because you want to build a career out of digital marketing, a 9 to 5 career out of digital marketing, all you need is just take one of those weeks and then zone in on it and then become the best in it. Okay, so that's all you have to be. Let me see something really. Okay, no worries. All right, good. So we're talking about social media marketing. What is social media marketing? What the hell is that? So we have social, right? And then we have media, and then we have marketing, right? So if you've been paying attention to what we've been doing thus far, we have the MMM, right? We have what is that? We have the message, right? We have the medium or media, right? And then we have what's the third one? The market, right? So if you would do the correlation between this acronym, which I learned for the first time from Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy is another person that, if you want to learn some ancient marketing strategies that still work till today, you know, this is the man right here. Dan Kennedy is a pretty common name. So let's see. Okay, that's him right there. If you ever see this guy, that's him right there. Just making sure that there's no other person called that. All right. So if you do the correlation between the two, we have social would be the medium, right? Social will essentially be the medium. So it's a form of media, right? Um, we've talked about social, we've talked about search, we've talked about email, right, as a form of medium, right? Mobile, well, everything is kind of mobile. Back in the days, mobile was kind of like separate on its own lane, but uh, everyone is consuming your content by way of their mobile device now. So I'm not too sure that you can really separate any other form of media from mobile. I think they're all mobile these days, right? All right. What else? So we have social is a form of media, right? Media as a medium by which you pass a message to a market, right? So so social, what makes it social and not search or email? What makes it social is because people go to social to go and socialize. Like duh, right? They go there to go meet, to fellowship, to hang out, right? To be entertained for entertainment, right? People log into their social media platform, Instagram, Snapchat, right? Let's talk about examples right now, right? Well, Facebook, a ghost land these days, but still a lot of people on there, right? Instagram, right? We have Snapchat, right? We have what else? TikTok, right? People go there particularly to go, these days, they socialize by default because the first thing they ask you when you create an account on those platforms is they ask you if you want to link it to your contact on your phone so that you can pull all your friends into it. Why would they do that? First of all, they're increasing the user base, right? They're increasing the user base. So because of that, it has a tendency to go viral, right? Unlike, let's go back to here, right? No, let's go back to here. Unlike, you know, unlike search, right? Unlike search, or just just a typical good old content articles, right? A blog. People go there to consume information. Okay. People go to this platform for information, to be enlightened, right? Enlightenment, right? Not necessarily entertainment. Right. It's very important that you know the differences, because you need to know where your audience is hanging out the most. Some people will say, hey, what about YouTube? I personally don't YouTube. I don't use YouTube for, well, it depends on what platform, depends on what channel you're talking about, right? I use certain channels strictly for information only, like my YouTube channel. For, let me give you an example. Let's just show you examples right here, right? If you go to YouTube, I have 3 platforms that I manage, that we are running currently right now. And you could tell the difference of which one is acting like social and the one that acts like just an information hub. So if you go to my name, that's the one I use for business for the most part. All right. If you go to my name, this is this one right now that has about 3.5 thousand subscribers. It has 1,310 videos, because it's strictly for information only. I don't create content on it for, I don't create content for entertainment on it. I create content strictly for informational purpose. And I have other means of driving traffic through it, particularly marketing activities. Because of that, it has a low tendency of going viral. It's not designed as a shock jock platform, where it's not designed for that. It's designed for me to provide information, okay? More so for education, okay? So if I go back here, I can put education, okay? More like education. So now we're talking about education. These are the difference between a social media platform and other types of platform, right? Majority of the platform that you know today are social media, and I'll tell you why in a second, right? Education versus entertainment, right? What do we do as marketers? We try our best to embed both in any content we're producing, right? Because people are people. They like to be entertained, right? People are people. They have they have 6 basic emotional needs, right? And what is that? Certainty, which is something that my platform is known for. This particular platform I just showed you, right? But they also like variety in the same breath, right? They like certainty, which means they're sure. They like variety, meaning it's not too sure, meaning they get bored easily, right? But we also know that they like to contribute, right? How do we show that today? Well, that's why the comment areas have become quite popular, as opposed to old media like TV, where you couldn't comment unless somebody calls you, cold call you for survey on a Saturday morning, right? There's no way to get feedback directly, right? But today, we're seeing more of that people like to contribute. Part of the reasons why social media went viral and has become the most popular form of media today, because people like to give their opinion, and the more they give their opinion, the more they're creating content. So that's why they call it self generated content. Like, it's the user generated content, rather. It's the users that generate the content, okay? User generated content. That's another difference between social media and what you will find on our search engine, which is content, blog information provided by the producers, right? By the person that actually created the content. But on social media is known, social media platform is essentially, user generated content. Okay, that's why you have the feeds, you have the but anyway, you can also create content for it, right? But you're also a user. You get the gist? All right, so if we look at the certainty, variety, contribute, growth, want to make sure I finish the 6 basic human needs. It's the 6 human needs, right? If you understand this, marketing becomes even extra easier for you. Okay. Certainty, variety, contribution, growth, right? What else? Connection. All right. So we talk about connection. Some people call this love when it comes to romantic topics, right? They need to feel connected to you. In marketing, we taught you that as they need to feel like they know you, like you, and trust you, right? KLT factor. All right. Um. So, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else? There's one more. I always forget one. There's always one that I always forget. Let me try to remember without looking it up. Certainty, variety, contribution, growth, connection. Okay, significance. Okay, so you can also link that significance, status, whatever. You can link that with people's need to have an opinion. Okay, so you will find that social media tend to go much more viral than any other type of platform. Okay, that's part of the benefits of social media, right? So we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Snapchat, we have TikTok. What else do we have? We have, of course, we can't forget the good old Twitter, right? Twitter is a social media platform, but some people also consider it a macro blogging platform. Okay, all right. So it's the same thing. All right, same thing. It just means you're creating, I don't know, 150 characters, something like that. You say things in sentences. You can create a thread these days, but back in the days, you couldn't. It's just that one sentence, 150 characters, and say everything you need to say in one thread. And because it's short, sweet, can easily be taken out of context, it went viral because it gives room for other people to interpret, right? So, I mean, these are the different, YouTube can also be considered a social media platform, but YouTube is also a search engine, okay? Social media. Why? Because people go on there, they chat, they create hangouts, right? But we also know it's a search engine. But why is why has YouTube grown as fast as it's grown so far? Okay, it's because of the social media element to it. Okay, majority of the traffic. Okay, majority of the traffic. Let me put this here. Majority of the traffic, views and traffic on. Let me put this here. Majority of the views and traffic on YouTube, not majority, let me put a number to it, it's actually 70%. 70%, okay, are coming from they're coming from suggestions, okay? Basically suggested videos, okay? Not people searching, but based off of what you've seen in the past, they suggest more to you. That's part of the features of social media. Suggestions, they suggest content to you based off of your past behavior. Okay, past behavior. Okay, so I've got quite a few profiles out there. I don't engage with all of them. There are too many. So but it's part of my presence on the internet. So you will see that sometimes when you you click the like on somebody's post, somehow you start to see more of them, right? That's designed to be like that. That's social media for you right there. That's how social media works, okay? The search traffic still operates like it's based on what you search for, but they also rank stuff to the top based off of the level of engagement, right? So it's kind of similar, but not as aggressive as social media. Social media is aggressively trying to suggest similar to what you've consumed, similar content to what you've consumed in more recent times. So just because you consumed it 6 months ago doesn't mean you're going to see it. It's much more about what you've consumed in recent times because it's like a moving target. Okay, it's a moving target. It's always moving, and So which one should you focus on any one of this? Just pick 2 or 3. Okay, 2 or 3 that you can focus on, that you also tend to engage on already and become good at it. Okay, Now on social media, there is organic traffic, organic marketing. So let's just go here real quick. There is organic. Okay, I call it organic, but there may be another terminology out there for it. What it means is that you didn't pay for it. Okay, you posted, and organically speaking, your post is reaching people. Okay, so usually your friends, but what that people can follow you and be your friend on a social media platform. If they don't engage your content, they won't see your content. Back in the days, let me just put that here. That's paid. Okay, let me just put here real quick. Types of social media marketing, right? So organic and paid. Okay, organic and paid. Under paid, you can basically reach any part of any social media platform by just paying to show yourself up there. Okay, so today my favorite is paid. Okay, so today I'm actually going to demonstrate setting up an ad right in front of you on social media. So you could do paid ads on social media, or you could do organic content. Okay, so I'm going to show you example of what those look like. And organic is not scalable because you just it's scalable to an extent. Okay, but for the most part it's not scalable. What I mean by to an extent is that there are people out there that are mastering the art and science of getting something to go viral without paying a dime for it. They know how to play the engagement game. Okay, all right, so I'll give you an example right now. Okay, I think I should give you I was trying to stay structured, but social media marketing is such a interesting topic that by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you're following me. Okay, this is my Instagram page. Okay, all right, so no, this is my feed right here. This is my feed. So as soon as you go to instagram.com if you're logged in already, you'll basically see a feed of the things you follow. All right, that's my little boy. He turned 12 today. All right, so let's see. This is a feed right here. It's showing the posts of people that I follow, not just because I follow them, also because I've engaged. This is very important for you to note. I think this is actually going to be the most important part about this whole thing. Okay, so let me take some time on this because if you master this, it can save you tons of money. I don't have the time to master it or to, when I say master it, I know the theoretical parts of it. The actual activity that goes into it is something that you have to really enjoy. And one of the things you'll learn about business is that you should focus on things you enjoy. So I focus on what I enjoy, which is teaching and and paid marketing. Okay, but maybe you would enjoy playing this game. Why not, right? So I'm going to share with you a couple of tips that makes you show for free on people's feed as soon as you log into Instagram on your phone or via a computer. The first thing you see is the feed, right? The feed is basically free traffic. Okay, on desktop at this point in time, but some of them are ads, right? But when I say free, I mean you posted it and it actually showed on somebody's feed without you paying a dime to Instagram or Facebook. That's what I call organic. That's what I meant by organic. So how do you make that happen? Okay, it's an engagement game. Okay, engagement game. Okay. Oh, I already said that here, right? It's an engagement game, and what do you do to play this game? Well, you have to make sure that the time spent on your post. Okay, the time people spend on your post. Okay, so what does that look like? Scrolling stop. Okay, so you get them to stop scrolling. Okay, if your post is so engaging and you get them to stop scrolling, your engagement factor just went up just like that. And Instagram is recording all of that. The more it is, the more Instagram will show your post to not just your followers, but people that will likely, based off of the content of the post, people that may likely enjoy your post. So back in the days, it used to be just your followers. But Instagram and all this other social media platform, out of pure innocence, capitalistic greed, they're not waiting for people to follow you. They want people to consume content, period. The more content they consume, the longer they stay on the platform, the more ad revenues they can sell. Because in between this post, they show ads. I've noticed that when I log into a desktop, they don't show it. So that's why I'm not seeing ads right now. But most people that use Instagram are using it from a mobile device. Okay. So how do you engage? How do you get people to stop scrolling, right? So let's go back here. If I go back here, if this is the first thing I see a little girl. Well, babies are attractive. Young people are impressionable, right? So the first thing you do, you pause even before you watch the video. So there are many, many elements you can see that's impressionable. First of all, you could see, like, I followed this guy, Mufasa Tunde Etnot, right? If it's somebody that I follow, so followership is a factor. So let's go back and put that on the list, right? It's an engagement game. Followership. You follow this person, okay? Followership, and I'll put right next to a brand, okay? If it's a brand that you recognize, there's a good chance that you will stop, okay? Okay? Engagement game. You want something that will catch their attention and they will stop scrolling. I'm going to put attention next to this. I'm trying to get you to stimulate your brain on what works here, right? So when you're creating the content, you see how that baby ran to the frame of the screen, and then what is she saying? New 2022 over Smother. Oh, okay. If I don't finish watching and I scroll past it, that means I wasn't interested. So if it's high interest, okay, they're looking for indications of high interest, right? If I finish watching the video completion, right, basically on the next time I log in or I'm scrolling through, they will show me more content from this guy. Okay, what's the other thing? I unmuted. If I unmuted, that's another level of interest. Unmute, because everything by default is muted. Because you're scrolling through, they just don't want random noise. So if I actively unmute that video, boom. But when I unmute like this, if I stay unmuted, when I go here, this unmuted doesn't count. Okay, this unmute doesn't count. It's because I scrolled to it and I already have the feed unmuted. That's why. Okay, so if I keep watching this, I will keep watching this. Eventually, this is my beautiful wife, by the way. Eventually, I will see more posts from her, right? So those are a couple of things. What else, right? If I keep going here like this right now, if I hit the heart button or double click or double tap on it, that's another element that they're measuring. Double taps, okay? You're showing that you're interested or you find it fascinating. Interest, okay? Again, your behavior is being measured. See all these different activities that you can perform on this thing, right? Let's say I take it to another level and I click here and I click share, right? You could literally share on your social media platform. I think this is share. Okay, I think that's share. If I share this with other people, it becomes another sign of high engagement. That means, not only that they're taking note of the people I'm sharing it with. Now, if that person consumes the content, guess what? It goes viral. You see the game right now? So if you we're talking about sharing it, right? We're talking about double tap, likes, right? This is how social media works, right? These are the things that shows high engagement. You stop scrolling, you complete the video, you actually unmute the video, right? You actually unmuted the video. That's another step. Let me put this here. Okay. You now like and you share the video, right? Okay, so now there's more, right? they're gonna suggest more of this person's video to me. This part, like you as they're gonna suggest more of your video to a person that the more of this that they participate in, the more they'll suggest the video. So they suggest the video, and then you're now, if you binge watch their videos, right? If you go into their profile, you tap into into the profile, right? And then you start binge watching. That's another one, right? Okay, that's another one. I'm gonna give you one more to make it seven. Uh, seven, just to complete this circle. There's more, but let's just do this, right? The next one is if you actually watch a suggested video, watch another suggested videos from the same content creator, right? If you watch another suggested video for the same content creator, they're gonna keep suggesting it. That's what we mean by viral. So, what is the game you're playing? You want to score high on every single one of this one as much as possible. I am convinced, I've seen enough, that if you're able to do just two of this on a consistent basis, you won't have to pay a dime for traffic. It's very difficult, okay? It's not easy. It's difficult for me, I'll tell you right now. That's why I don't participate in this. I'd rather just go pay for the ads, which I'm going to demonstrate here for you in a second, okay? Because time to me and money, one of them is a luxury for me, and the other is, time is a luxury for me. So money, I can always get money. I can't get time back, okay? That's just the way I think. But however, there's always an opportunity to offset the cost of marketing, right? So what I will be doing actually shortly, very soon here, is hiring a person to worry about this different factors that actually create the virality, if that's a word, I'm not sure, the viral nature of social media. People are just being entertained. They're not really searching. They're whining time away for entertainment purposes, and they can learn in the process. So you get a lot more traffic if you can master it, and it's doable, and there are people that do it all the time, okay? So as I was saying, if I go into her page, I'm just going to open that in a new tab, and I start watching all the other stuff that she's been doing, then the fact that I came here at all is, it shows high level of interest, okay? It shows high level of interest, right? The fact that I came here at all, right? So see how I scroll back up? When I scroll back up like that, they're reading, there's something called the heat map. They're measuring the movement of my mouse, and they're using that to track my behavior, and then using that to suggest even more content, okay? All right, so you see how they're suggesting people's pages for me here, okay? They're suggesting based off my engagement in the past, or maybe you will like this. There's maybe they test different things all over the platform just like that, okay? So these are the reasons social media gives you both opportunities. The reason why you should take advantage of it, because the more people you bring into your business, the more money you get to make, the more affordably you can continue to run your business, right? It's not about just making money. It's the fact that you get to be able to afford to continue to build your business, okay? So it's very, very important to pay attention to. So that's social media right there. We just talked about social media. We talked about what is social media, different types of social media, and the one that I pay the most attention to is Facebook and let's see, examples of social media, Facebook and Instagram, because I actually get to do ads directly on them, okay? All right, so there's more to it. It's a whole career out of social media again, but this is a great place to start from, okay? And then you can start digging a little bit deeper, but you'll understand how it works, how it drives traffic to people's business now, right? What is the purpose of social media? Well, entertainment primarily, but again, we make money from entertainment, right? We make money from entertainment. It's content. Entertainment is content, right? but it goes viral because it's called social because it's social. Okay, people go there not to necessarily be educated, but they can be educated in the process, right? Okay, why is it important? Because competition. You need to be on there because of competition. It's the most traffic you're ever going to see, and you should be taking advantage of it. All right. And we talked about all the different benefits. It goes viral, okay? People share your stuff, it goes viral, okay? The more traffic you drive through a post, the more chances people are going to share your stuff, the more exposed to organic exposure you get, okay? So that's that right there. Which social media is best for marketing? Whichever one you spend the most time on already, okay? That's the one that so for me, I spend a lot of time on Instagram. Okay. TikTok, I log in like TikTok and Snapchat. I'm like, oh, I haven't been here in a while. That's how I treat them. Instagram is basically a place that I go to if I have like a little downtime. My brain is boiling from working so much, which happens quite often. Like I just need to see stuff, then I'll just open Instagram. Okay. Maybe the other one for me is maybe I could say YouTube. But let's be fair, it's probably because I'm a marketer and especially YouTube is more so because I'm creating content up there, you know. So yes, that's that right there. Now let's go to how. Let's talk about how. Like I'm gonna basically demonstrate how I set up a social media ad here right now. So I've actually prepared a few things, which I'm going to show you how to. We're going to get more into details of how this happened on the next class, copywriting mastery. Okay, copywriting mastery. Don't miss that. Okay, but how did I come up with the creative that I'm about to post to social media by way of how am I going to do it? I'm going to do it with paid. Okay, I'm going to do it with paid ads because again it saves me time. I don't have to worry about all those 7 criteria. Facebook and Instagram will worry about them, and that's what I want to demonstrate for you right now. Okay, all right, so there's a platform called you could just go to, make sure you're logged into business.facebook.com. So part of your homework, I think I gave you this homework before in the past, but just in case you haven't done it, make sure you do it. Go to business.facebook.com and set it up for yourself. Okay, set it up for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. Set up business.facebook.com. This is where you manage your Facebook and Instagram ads. Okay, so you set up your business up there. You set up your business. Okay, your existing business. All right, the next step is that you set up an ad account. Okay, they'll walk you through that process based off of the current ways of doing it. Just follow the instructions on Facebook. They're mostly self-explanatory. If you have any questions, just reach out by text message or email and we'll take care of you. Okay, but again, you're looking to set up business.facebook.com. You set up your business up there. You set up your ad account, right? Actually, before you set up your ad account, you want to set up a Facebook page. Okay, it's extremely difficult to drive organic traffic from a Facebook page. It's extremely easy when you're willing to spend just $1, $2 here and there, $5, So I'm actually going to set up a $10 per day ad right now for you. And you can drive even more traffic into your platforms using this. They have different ways of doing it, okay? But I'm just going to show you my way. And then you can expand out from there. Is that fair? I am hearing your yes. Right? So I already have mine set up. We have different things going on here. We have you can set up multiple businesses on the same Facebook account. You can set up multiple ads on the same Facebook account, right? You see here it says ads manager, right? If I go on the ads manager, it takes me into here, right? And I'm under another account here. I need to be under my Empire Pro. Again, you can set up multiple of the same things under each other, cascaded the way I just showed you, right? Under your own personal account, which is probably how you're going to log into Facebook, you can set up multiple businesses. Under each business, you can set up multiple Facebook pages, right? You can also set up multiple ads account under the same business. Let me put that under the same thing, right? You can link them to your Instagram, which you will be asked to link it to your Instagram account, right? So that's one of the things you might want to explore. Link to your Instagram account. Okay, play with it, explore it. That's how you learn. I don't want to show you step by step and then you come back 2 weeks later, Facebook has changed the platform, and the only reason why that would affect you is because you didn't really understand the concepts that I'm sharing with you right now. With Facebook ads, with paid ads, right, you get to turn it off and on without having to worry about the human behaviors on there. Facebook will figure that out for you when you're willing to pay them $1, $2 here and stuff. Okay. And then also it increases your chances of winning with organic because you actually have an audience that knows your brand, right? So it's always best to sow seeds because then there's something to germinate. There's something to grow. There's something to, for the environmental elements to feed, right? So don't let me stop preaching. Let me just stay focused here, right? All right. So here we go. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm actually going to create a new ad. This new ad is real. This is me setting up an ad and testing out an ad for 11 days challenge to digital mini franchise, right? Which is something we sell for $5,000, but we're trying out an offer for $47 for 2 hours, okay, on Facebook. We're going to try it out and see how it works, right? Marketing is about testing. If somebody comes to me and say, Ola, what do you think about this? I said, test it. What do you think about if I do organics? I said, test it and measure and track your results and see which one is winning, and you do it over and over and over again. So in this particular Facebook account, Facebook ads, if I go here and I go look at where I spent the most money so far, let me put this on maximum, right? We spent the most money on 11 days challenge at $11. The reason why we spent the most money on it is because it brought in a lot of customers, right? If it wasn't working, we usually cut it off. That's what you see some of them here, right? We shut some off at $3 because we noticed it wasn't working, right? But if you see that we spent the most money here, it's because it worked. Okay, does that make sense? So that's campaign right there. So how do you do this? We're going to create a campaign. And this campaign is asking me, the first thing is asking me, if you don't understand this, you need to read the book. You need to read the book 10 to 15 times, okay? So a lot of this concept is explained in detail in the book, okay? All right. So what is my objective here? My objective here is sales, okay? My objective here is sales. There are other things that have happened. Like, for example, we placed a pixel on our website, which again, I'll show you when we get into the executions in the 11 days challenge, how to do that, right? Sales is the goal here. We need to measure conversion. So Facebook is going to literally detect when I set up an ad, right? But here's something I just noticed. I don't have that necessarily set up yet on. I don't have a way for Facebook to tell me. I don't have a way to tell Facebook yet when a sale is created. So there's something that needs to be on my website. It's something called the pixel, but also a custom conversion that I need to set up on my website that will fire off and send a message to Facebook that a sale has just been created. I don't have that set up yet. Okay, so let me cancel creating this for a second. Let's see if we can knock this out in 20 minutes, okay? So I want to tell Facebook how to track my sales, essentially. So I'm going to go under here. This is the ads manager. I'm going to go under event manager, okay? Event manager. All right, under event manager, There are a couple of ways to do this. Okay, a couple of ways to do this. I can do what they call let's see. All right, let's see. There's custom conversions here, custom conversions, right? And there's also, let's see here. So if I go back into my website, into our website, this is the back office of my Empire Pro. Okay, welcome to the back office of my Empire Pro Raw, right? So there's something I'm looking for. Let me refresh, make sure I'm logged in. Okay, we're logged in, and I'm looking for a confirmation page. That's the page that people land on after they've purchased the 11DC. I think it's this page right here. After they've purchased 11DC, we present them with an opportunity to upgrade. It's called the upsell, to upgrade. So basically, this page is what I want people to land on. Okay, when they land on this page, let's see, is it this page? Let's make sure, right? Let's just make sure. Save 9,967. Let me just view it. I can just view it, right? Great choice. Want free. Okay, so this is only for people that have purchased. Let's go and find the other one. All right, so I can also, let's go to the next page. So I don't think it was that page. I think it's another page entirely. I think it's this page. Okay, there you go. It's these two pages, but it's particularly this page. Okay, after they've paid, so let me show you what it looks like. Okay, you probably saw this when you were coming in. Okay, congrats. Here's a one-time offer, right? And I'm giving them a 7 days trial to join at $7 only, and then they have to pay $97 every month after that. That's people that come into our inner circle, right? Okay, and there you go. That's the video. That's the man right there, right? And then they can click yes to upgrade. But this page is actually a confirmation page. So I'm gonna take this page, all right? I'm gonna go back and tell Facebook that anybody that lands on this page, right? Anybody that lands on this page is an indication that they've just paid me $47. And that's all I need to track. That's all I need to tell Facebook. So I'm going to go here. Okay. I'm going to say 11DC to Digital Mini Franchise 47, right? They just paid 47. Data source is, there's a pixel already on our website. So that's something you will have to set up when you're executing. You have to set up a pixel on your website. So now Facebook is actually tracking all the traffic coming to my website. All right, so I go here, scroll through. This is going to be, what type of traffic is this? The event is going to be an add to cart as a lead. All traffic. I need all traffic. I want all the traffic that comes to that page to be tracked. Anybody that hit that page is because they just paid me $47, unless it's admin with us, right? So I'm going to select what category here. This category is going to be a sale. I see. It's a purchase. There you go. It's a purchase. And then I'm going to, over here, let's go back here. So this is the copy I'm going to be using. Okay. This is the confirmation page. You'll see me use all of this data in a second. Okay. This may end up being a longer class. Hopefully not. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this part right here. Anybody that hits a website, a page on our website that contains this string of phrase will be recorded, okay, as a sale. So I'm going to paste that right here. There you go. It takes it in right there, right? There's a value to it. That means they just paid me $47, okay? So there you go. And I'm going to basically do create. Okay, so that has been created. I'm going to say done. Okay, it's inactive because no one has hit it yet. Okay, all right, so you can see we have other things that we're tracking here. Okay, all right, so now the next step is there's something else I need to do. Let's go to data sources. I think under aggregated, this is fancy stuff with Facebook. You don't have to worry about this. Again, we're going to be diving into more and more training on simpler ways to do things. I'm just showing you, have an idea of what's going on. This one is called aggregated event measurement, and it's basically a way for Facebook to communicate with the iOS devices. Okay, it's not stuff that you need to worry about too much. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I just need to tell Facebook to prioritize this conversion, this particular custom conversion, in terms of being able to track it on Apple iOS devices like iPhones and stuff like that. All right, I'm going to say frequent changes may negatively impact. That's okay. It's just a warning. Okay. And I'm going to, highest priority now is going to be the one I just created, which is, I'm going to search for it, 11DC to DMF. That's the one I just created right here. DMF. Where is it? F. And then I select that. Okay. Now it's my highest priority conversion that I want Facebook to. Right. Let's okay. I was looking for this button, and then I click apply, and then I have to confirm. See, I'm just reading. I'm a little faster because I've been doing this, but if you're doing this for the first time, you just have to read and follow the instructions. Okay. If you don't understand it, go backwards and try to understand what you're doing. Right. You've successfully changed the event. I say, okay, thank you. So now I have a custom conversion set up for Facebook to detect the sales when those sales happen. There's another type of conversion I'm trying to see if I can set up really quickly. It really doesn't matter, but I'm trying to see if I can set it up regardless, right? It's called, I can set up as an event. I think, let's see, I'm going to show all events. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I think I should just not overcomplicate things. Let's keep it simple. So we're going to go back to the ads manager. Ads manager. That's what we're going to do. All right. Okay. Not this one. Not this one. We're going to go back to, let's see. I guess it's the same one. We're on my Empire Pro ads account. Let's see here. We could do it from here too, but I prefer a different type of page. Ad accounts, audiences. I prefer a different type of page. Where is my page? Let's go to, let's see. Ads manager. Yeah, I think that was it. Why is it bringing me to this page? I want to see. Okay, let's go back here. All right, so you may end up seeing a page like this. No panic. All you have to do is create. Let me just use this actually with you right now. Sales, okay? And I'm gonna click over here. You're gonna give it a name. You want this always under auction, not reach and frequency, auction, okay? There are other reasons why you might want to explore the other one later on, but I'm showing you what has been successful for me, okay? So I'll scroll up here. I'll press 0, okay, to make it a little bigger. So this campaign, I'm going to call it 11DC. Keep your names congruent, 11DC DMF, so you can know what is what, right? Dash 47, right? So over here, I'm going to Control+C. I'm copying that. I'm pasting that as the name of the ad set, and I will just affiliate it with ad set, okay? Okay, ad set, if you read the book, which you should have read by now, okay, if you read the book, is where you basically determine, okay, it's right here. This is the campaign. This is where we set, this is the level where we set why we're setting up the campaign in the first place. But also, you can optimize your budget on this level. On the ad set level is where you tell the ad platform who you're targeting. Who is the person? This is why, and this is who, and this is what. Why, who, and what. We explain this in details in Digital Marketing Certified, so make sure you read that. All right, so the next one here is going to be so ad sets, right? And over here on this level is going to be ad one. Okay, we're going to call it ad one because we're going to have multiple ads under the same ad set. So you just give it a name like that. We can change those names later depending on what we need to do. So I'm just going to click continue. All right, so what is it saying? Choose a campaign setup. Create your sales campaign using a tailored and streamlined setup, or manually build your campaign. I want to manually build the campaign, okay? So you might want to explore this. They might just help you with this, right? So I want to click continue. And then it takes me to the page that I'm familiar with, which is this page. That's what I was looking for earlier, right? All right, so let me see if I can knock this out in about 5 minutes. You can see there's a level, campaign, ads, sets, and then there's ads, right? All right, so if I click this X, you can see the page I was looking for. This is all of the campaigns that I've run in the past, okay? So, but I'm just gonna click, it's selected, I'm gonna click edit, or you can hover here and click edit, okay? Special ad categories. This is only if you're doing anything that can be considered discrimination, driven industry like credit, employment, housing, social issues, politics. We're not doing anything like that. We're just our training platform for marketing. So I'm going to leave that blank, right? Campaign details. I want this to be auction, like I said earlier. I want this to be sales. Those are the settings that I set earlier. Select a catalog to reach people most likely to engage with your product. I'm not going to worry about that, right? A/B split testing. I'm not going to worry about that. Over here it says advantage campaign budgets. I'm going to set this campaign at $10. I want it to be spending $10 per day. You can also set it to do lifetime. This is the most successful one for me over the past. So I'm going to use $10 per day, and I can come back and turn it off whenever I don't feel like spending that money anymore, right? All right, so what else? Campaign bid strategy. It says high volume. You have other options here. You can do cost per result goal, right? Aim for a certain cost per result while maximizing the volume of results. That's not a bad idea. So I can literally over here, I can tell it to get me the highest volume, right? Regardless of how. Or I can say, hey, since I'm getting only $47 on this sales, I can tell it like, hey, listen, if it's you need to aim to get me, I need to get customers at $47 or lower, right? I can do that as well too, right? So, but I'm just gonna say highest volume and let Facebook do its thing by itself, right? So we'll keep it at that and show more options. Run ads all the time. That's fine with me. I'll let Facebook would decide when is the best time to run the ads. Okay, so that's that. After we do that, we can go to next, right? We're now gonna go set up the who. Who do we want this ad to? Who do we want to see these ads, right? Already, without setting any settings here, Facebook is estimating that it can show my ad to 218 million to 256 million people, right? Remember, this ad is going to be shown on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. All right. So we're going to do choose where you want to drive sales. I want to drive sales on my website. Okay. You can also choose all these other options. Over here, the pixel that's measuring all the activities on my website is called myempirepro.com. We have that set up already. Again, when we get to the execution phase, I'll show you how to set up your pixel on your website. So I'm just going to select that. Okay, now what conversion am I measuring? I need to measure this conversion. I'm just going to type it because I just set it up. This one right here. That's the conversion. So Facebook will be looking to, it will be optimizing to get me more of these sales, basically. So every time somebody buys, Facebook will try its best to continue to find more people like it. Again, remember we're talking about who will see this ad, right? And the Facebook will do its job. It will try its best to do its job. I just want customers to come in and, pay $47, okay? All right. So let's keep going. Your custom conversion isn't active. That's fine. It will get active over time because it hasn't never been used before. Over here on this section, it says dynamic creative. So dynamic creative is that Facebook will basically match different images and headlines and until and then until it finds something that's working the best. And then again, Facebook is doing all the optimization for you. Okay. So again, you see, when I tell you that, hey, organic is a lot of work and I have this thing just for $10 a day doing all the work for me, it just makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to say, yes, turn on dynamic creative and say continue. Right. Okay, good. So let's continue here. Optimization and delivery, cost per, I can set a goal here. If I had chosen that I want a certain amount of dollar per result, right? But I just leave it alone. I let Facebook do its magic. I leave the what do you call it, machine, the machine, artificial intelligence to do its thing, right? And then I'll decide later on if it's working out or not. Okay. All right. So over here it says attribution set in 7 days after clicking or 1 day after viewing. Okay. So if they view a website or 7 days after clicking, it says the attribution setting ensures the conversions our system optimizes for are the same ones you want to measure. For example, with the 1 day click or view setting, our system will learn from conversion that happened within a day, right? And show ads to people likely to convert within a day. Okay. So yeah, of course, I want people to see, to convert 7 days after clicking or 1 day. That's fine. Just leave it at default. Okay. So it starts today when I'm recording this at press time, and optional, I don't keep an end date. If you want it to end, you just set an end date, right? So let's keep going. Again, we're still setting up who do we want to see, what are the behavior of the people we want this ad to be shown to. Basically, that's what this is about. Okay. So create an audience. So now I'm going to actually be a little bit more specific with the audience, right? The audience I am going after are people that have ever visited my website. Okay. Bottom line. So I'm going to type in my website. How do I know this? Because I set up a pixel already in the past. Okay. So 180 days, everybody in the last maximum 180 days that have visited my empirepro.com, it says about 1,100 to 1,300 people. That's fine. This one says 1,200 to 1,400 people. That's fine. It's the same thing essentially. So you will see little discrepancies here and there in the data, So I'm just gonna use this one that has a little bit more people in it, right? Okay. Who else would I like to see this ad? People that are following me on Facebook, I think. Let's see. Yep. So I can either do, I set this up already before, that's why. People that are following the page or people that have engaged with the page is the same thing, potato. So I can also have them. They know my brand, they follow me, they found me interested in the past, so why not, right? So now I can also exclude, I can also create an additional type, right? I like to create a lookalike audience. A lookalike means all the people in my Empire Pro that have followed my Empire Pro, right? Okay, we're up to almost an hour and like 2 minutes, but we're just gonna have to go over today, okay? I think you would appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. All right, so all the people that have visited my empirepro.com, I want Facebook to go out there and find additional people like them. Okay, so I'm actually going to say create lookalike audience. Okay, and it's going to ask me what's the source. The source is going to be people, my Empire Pro. All right, these are the people. I want Facebook to go out there and find people like them. Okay. Okay, so it's saying select a lookalike source. That's the right. Select an event with value. So it recommends purchase. We look at the frequency and recency of your selected event. All right, so purchase recommended. Other events with value. So purchase is fine. Select an event with value. We look at the frequency of select as well as the values that it contains. Okay, so we're just going to leave that as is, right? Doesn't matter. It's a new setting. Let's see this. It says it allows me to pick different things here, but it's not necessary. It says purchase. Let's see. Search, view content. let's say purchase recommended. I just leave that like that as is, right? And then you select audience location. So I like to go after a couple of locations. Okay. The second is usually United Kingdom. The third is Canada. The fourth is Australia. Okay, about 6 of them. Ireland. And then New Zealand. Okay, why? Because people are familiar with the culture of using a credit card for purchases online in those places. So we don't mind going after audiences and traffic from there. Select audience size. 1 is perfectly fine here. 1%. Okay. You can select, I guess 2. Then it goes to 2%, right? But 1 is fine. That's about 3.9 million people, right? So it's gonna literally go ahead and create an audience of 3.9 million people that that looks like people that have been coming to my website. I'm gonna click create audience. So it's gonna add that to where it says source is too small. Okay, source is too small. Let me see. I may not be able to do that as of yet. Yes, I may not be able to do that as of yet. Let's see. My Empire Pro. I think I picked the right one. Yeah. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. Source is too small. Let's try it again. Okay, please choose a combination of sources. Okay, let me see here. Can I do multiples? Value-based other sources. Oh, I think I know why. It was based off of people that have purchased. Okay, so we've never really been tracking like that. So let's use this one. Boom. I think we should be fine now. MyEmpirePro.com. This was set up in 2022, so it's more recent. And then we're going to set that up again. This is United Kingdom. You get to see that again. Canada. Australia. Okay. New Zealand and Ireland. Okay, how many we got? Let's see, did we get it correct? We got Ireland, United Kingdom, Canada, United States, Australia, New Zealand. Okay, so we're on 3 continents. All right, good. 1% is perfectly fine. I think this should be good now. Let's try create audience now. So it's basically everyone that looks like people that, okay, there you go. So we have people that have come to my Empire Pro, people that follow my Facebook page, and that's more than enough, right? Now, in terms of excluding, I can exclude certain people, like people that have purchased and stuff like that. I can decide to do that if I want. And it's very simple to do that actually. I can do exclude here. Okay. So under exclude, I have to create a new custom audience, and it's basically website and people that have visited a specific page. Next. And then here we're going to choose my Empire Pro. Let's make sure we pick the right one. People that have visited a specific page. In the last, I'm going to put maximum. The maximum is 180 days. So Facebook can only record up to 180 days. And I'm going to go grab this link. Remember this link? These are people that have actually purchased it. I don't want them to see the ad. That makes sense, right? Okay. If they've seen that ad, if they've visited this page by way of being redirected, there's a confirmation of their purchase. I don't want them to see the ad, right? So we're going to say 11DC, right? DC to DMF customers, okay? We're going to call it customers. And we're going to create an audience. All right. That's all. And we'll click done here. And so over here, we're going to change this. See, it's under custom audiences, but we need to change it to be under exclude. So we're going to click drop down, exclude this audience. Okay. And I'm going to take it out of here. Let's exit out of here. And so it goes after everybody has been to my website, everybody that has been to my that have joined my. So there's one more I need to add. Then we're going to exclude the customers. Okay, there's one more I need to add. I need to add a lookalike of all these people. Okay. So create a lookalike of all the people that follow my Facebook page. Create a lookalike. What is the source? The source is it's a custom audience. Oh, sorry, click cancel. Let's see here. Pardon me. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna create a lookalike audience. Oh, there you go. So over here we're going to put Ola Talks. Okay, we have to be under this tab, other sources. Ola Talks. So eventually, once we start generating a lot of customers through this, okay, so it's this one right here, page 2022. This is fine. When we start generating customers, we can create a lookalike audience of the customers. Okay, you let Facebook do the work, and you stay at a budget that you can afford to spend on a daily basis, and then you can grow virally. Okay. All right, so it's 2.7 million people, 1% people that have been here. Now I'm going to also add the locations: New Zealand, Ireland, going backwards now, Canada, right? Australia. I think we're missing one. UK, United Kingdom. We couldn't forget United Kingdom, right? All right, so what do we have? We have Ireland, UK, Canada, United States. Okay, 6 of them. All right, and we're going to do what? We're going to create an audience. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, it's not showing me, it's unavailable now. I can't see the estimate, but we know that we just added probably about 5 million people. One was 3.9 million people, 2.7 million people that Facebook will go out there and look for. Okay. All right. So now that we've set up the audience, right? We're going to go to locations. Under locations, I want to set the location like I did earlier. I'm going to include Canada, right? I'm going to include, we need to include United Kingdom and Ireland. There you go. Okay, it's jumping up when I do that. Ireland. And then New Zealand. And then we have to do Australia. Okay, so we have 6 countries in there right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, good. Woo, the demographic. Where are they located? What's their age? I like 21 and above. Okay. All right, that's what I like personally. All genders is fine. Detail targeting, I'm going to leave that alone. Language, only English. Okay, I don't want websites trying to translate my words. Only English language. I usually pick all 3: English, all, English UK, English US. It defaults back to all. So, but I'm just a little extra like that. All right. So I'm not gonna click. Okay, I could actually save. I could save the audience, but I'm just gonna leave it alone because I want to be able to. I want to be flexible, right? So here it says advantage plus placements recommended. Basically, on Facebook, when you're on Facebook, right? Let me show you an example. When you're on Facebook, you see you can show ads on the right hand side here. It says sponsored, right? You can show ad in the feed, right? Let's scroll down until I see an ad, right? Where are the ads? Where are the ads? This is an ad right here. It says sponsored. Okay, this is in the feed. This is on the side, right? You can show ads in the reels on Instagram, on the feed on Instagram, on all those different places. That's what they call placement. So you can choose, or you can let Facebook do the choosing for you. I personally prefer at this point in my career to let Facebook do the work and just leave it alone. I'll let it run for 10 days and come back and take a closer look. Okay, so if I go to manual, I can just show you what that looks like on these are the platforms that this ad will run on: Facebook, Instagram, Audience network, which is like an extension, partnerships with them, inside of Messenger, Facebook Messenger, right? And these are the different breakdowns. This is what they look like on the feed on the feed on Facebook, on a mobile device, on Instagram, in the marketplace on Facebook, video feeds, on right column, the one I just showed you, right? Instagram Explorer, Messenger inbox, right? Instagram stories instead of stories, Instagram reels, right? In-stream videos, right? Okay. All right. We're doing a little overtime today. A little overtime today. A little overtime. In articles, it is also showing articles, but I'm not going to choose them manually. I'm going to go back and say, hey, let's use the Advantage Plus placements. What does it say? Use Advantage Plus placement to maximize your budget and help show ads to more people. Facebook delivery system will allocate your ad set budget across multiple placements based on where they're likely to perform best. So you let the algorithms do its thing. Okay, so I'm going to use that. Okay. Let's go under here. Anything safety, block list, content. If you want to exclude, you don't want your ads to show in certain places, there's a good chance you don't really care. So just gonna leave that alone. Okay. So we have that set up. We have the ad set up. We're targeting 6 countries. We're targeting all the people that are most likely to be interested based off of our existing data. As of the last, in the last 90 days, we had tons of people coming to our website. So we just let Facebook use that information to get us more people like it, because there's a good chance they're interested. Some of them are customers, some of them are still observing. Who knows? So I'm going to click next. Okay. Now we're on the ads level. Okay. So the first thing is identity. This is the page I wanted to show on. This is my own page on Facebook, and then we have the Instagram account that I wanted to show on. You can go ahead and follow my Empire Pro underscore as well on Instagram. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, my Empire Pro, that's our Instagram official page underscore, and this is it right here. Okay, this is where we show our ads and different things about the business. Okay, all right, so branded content, opt in to branded content tools. If this post features a third party, we don't need that. So that's if you're doing a partnership with other people, we don't need that, right? Creative source, it says manual upload. I'm going to do manual upload. I'm not going to pull it from the catalog. We don't have a catalog yet on there. So single image or video, we're going to be using single image or video. Okay, that's what we're going to be using. You can also use carousels. Carousels is basically multiple images that you can scroll from right to left or left to right, right? Advertiser ads help people discover your product when they show commercial intent and are in a shopping mindset. Your ads may appear alongside ads from multiple businesses in Instagram feed. That's fine. All right, because again, if it's not working, Facebook will not show it to them much longer. All right, so here it says website creative source. I'm not going to be pulling it from there. I'm going to be uploading my actual images and videos. So there are 5 images that I have, and there are 5 videos that I have. I'm going to share that with you right now. So I'm going to click select images. Okay, and so you're going to see what this ad look like right now for the first time, right? Select images. I'm going to go to upload right here. And we're going to go to, let's see, date added. This is the folder. Okay, so these are the 5 images. You can see 11 days challenge, 6-figure remote side hustle. That's what the 11 days challenge is about. 99% off, because the normal price is $5,000. We're offering it for 2 hours for anybody who wants to take advantage of it in that 2 hours. $47. So we're using scarcity as part of copywriting that you will learn on the next class. Okay, and then we have multiple variations of the same ad. You see that? So the next 5 is going to be video version of them. It's nothing special. It's just something scrolling through the image to make it look more attractive. We're testing, right? We're always testing. There's no proof yet that one will work better than the other. So I'm selecting these 5 images. I'm uploading them. Okay. Is it still loading? Loading. Oh, I think it's done, right? Okay, so one, this is the first one. I'm selecting them. Then you have to select them 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boom. Those are the 5 images right there. All right, I'm going to click continue. All right, so we have them here right now. But then I want to add 5 video versions to them. So I'm going to click select videos and click upload. And these are the videos right here. So it's a video right there. Nothing. It's just it has this little background thing to see if that makes any difference. We're just testing, right? It's another one right here. See? Okay. We used Canva for this. Canva.com is what I use for this. Okay. You can use it for free, but I use the paid version for like $10 a month. Canva.com. That's C-A-N. That's Nancy V Victor A. Right there. Okay. And there's another one. Say is the same thing. We're just trying to see which one catches more attention because we're being tracked here at very micro levels. So I select all 5. I'm going to upload them. Okay. So as I'm uploading there, let me show you what we have in terms of copy. The copy is basically what people get to read on the ad. We have a bunch of testimonials from past students, some of them doing $230,000 a month, right? One of them does like $4 million a year, So, we're trying to match all of that right now. Some of my students are doing a lot of great work out there. So, I'm going to use this copy right here. Testimonials are powerful. I have 11 success stories and testimonials to share here. I'm also going to use this at the top of it, right? So I'm actually going to, because I like the emojis to be at the top, I'm going to put this right after the first one. The emojis are eye-catching. Again, the idea here is you have to be able to capture attention. Okay, that's part of your responsibility. Then we have a headline. We have a description here that we're going to use. And then we have a link. We're going to, okay, that's not the link. This is the actual link. Let me find the link. That's a link that we need to use. I'm going to find it in a second. I think okay, it's this one right here. This is the link. This is the page that I'm driving people to. This page right here. That's it. Okay, it's congruent. If people want to browse to other parts of the website, that's fine, because Facebook actually needs you to make it navigatable, right? Sometimes they catch you, sometimes I just keep it simple. If there's interest, there's interest. People that will click over to this website already have the notion, the possibility that they might have to spend $47. Okay. Once they click join and yes, and they don't join within the first 2 hours, it automatically redirects to the actual training page, which has the full price. Okay, $4,997 right here for 11 days mini franchise. So it's real. It's a real countdown. Okay. Anyway, so we're back to here. We have 6 here. We have 7. We have 8. We have 9, and we have 10. These are the videos, right? We're gonna click continue. Okay. So we have here the top ones are the images so we have images. So the primary text, right? The primary text. Let me first of all paste the link here, because I'm gonna need that. The primary text is going to be the testimonials, all this stuff right here, this whole long thing. Okay, so I'm gonna paste that right here. Boom. Are they going to click and read everything here? Probably not. Okay, but some will, some won't. So what next, right? Okay, so we have that there. The only thing we're testing are the images and the videos. The text, we're going to keep them the same way. And that's best practices when you're split testing things. Test one thing at a time. Don't test too many things at the same time. The headline, I'm going to go to the headline. The headline is going to be this, right? It says available for 2 hours. Get started at $47 only, right? Right? Actually, I'm going to say accept the challenge. Accept the challenge. Let me use accept the challenge. $47 only. Let's try that. See, I can actually add multiples here, but again, I'm actually going to use both. Okay, I'm going to use both. So remember, I said best practices is to test very few things at the same time. Okay, so I'm actually going to use both. Accept the challenge. So Facebook will measure them against each other and will tell me which one is, but if you have too many things you're testing, you'll get confused with your results, right? The description is going to be discover how to flip your thoughts. Okay, that's this one right here. Okay, now the website URL that I'm driving them to, okay, is this guy right here. Okay, but there's some parameters I like to put in front of it. I'm driving them to this page. Okay, I'm gonna say put that right there. Okay, and boom, you can see that it's because when I posted the link, it's already giving me a preview. Here it says build a URL parameter. I like to say the ad is coming from the campaign name is fine. I like to say campaign medium is basically Facebook. Okay. The campaign name is I'm just gonna say over here, campaign source, I put name over campaign name. I say I could still use that as well. That's fine. Campaign name. That's campaign name. Campaign content, I can say the ad name. All right. And Facebook's, I'm gonna say ads. Okay, for this one, there you go. And it's basically going to build out the URL like this. That way Google Analytics can tell me where all the different traffics are coming from. All right, boom. All right, so what else? Display link, it defaults to myempirepro.com. You can see that on the preview right there. Okay, call to action, I always use let's see what, learn more is probably more appropriate because it's less intrusive, it's less aggressive, and they already know that there's a potential to spend $47, right? So I'm gonna put learn more. Let's see if there's anything else. Order now is a little bit, sign up is I'm just gonna use learn more. Okay, we can always test that in the future too. Once we find what is working on it, we can test all these different things, right? All right, so over here I'm gonna say, I like to say, let me see, $47 only. I don't want anyone that's not ready to spend money to click on the ad, basically. Okay, because I'm spending money for the ad. Okay, all right, so it says $47 only, just in case there's a placement where the images will not show. I want that to show right away. Okay, so you can see advanced preview. We can click on advanced preview. This is what the ad will look like. Okay, this one says for Instagram, the caption is too long. It wants no longer than 2200 characters. Instagram is one of my major, see, 2200, cannot generate a preview for this creative ad, 2200 characters. Okay, so I know that one of my major source of traffic over time has been Instagram. I don't want to miss out on that. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go back to this right here. I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna use a tool called wordcount.com to count the characters in it. Wordcounttools.com. Wordcounttools.com. All right, paste. All right, so you can see here we have 2300 characters. What was it saying? Was it 2200? Okay, so we just have to remove one, right? I can remove this one right here. All right, let's try that now. Okay. All right, let me paste it over here as well. Let me update my file. Okay. All right, so let's try this now. Advanced preview. So now we can see a preview of Instagram. This one says right column. I don't care about right column. That's fine. Right there, $47, $47. You can see accept the challenge is showing here only by itself, right? But I don't want anyone to click without knowing that this is too tiny. I want them to know that, okay, so the rest of them looks good. Everything else look good. These are the stories and stuff like that, right? Stories, reels, on the Instagram stories. It shows everywhere, right? This one is fine, Again, Facebook is going to be looking for that $47 sale for me. That's what it's going to be doing, right? All right, so over here, the only thing else that I need to adjust is this one, right? I'm going to say $47. I'm going to put that right in the beginning. I want this to be clear, okay? To anybody who would click over, I want them to be customers. That's it. No more, no less, okay? I'm going to put that also on the variation here. I'm going to put that here, put that right there. There you go. So now if we click advanced preview again, okay, this is what it looks like on Facebook, okay? And you can see the $47 is now showing, right? And I can click expanded view to see that as well, right? And then you can also see what the other images look like. You can test them, okay? You can test them and see what it looks like. Which one is going to be winning here? We don't know. We're just going to test, right? So boom, that's it. And to me, everything looks perfect right now. We just built a campaign out, okay? I don't know, in 40 minutes, okay? The ads, creatives were ready to go, right? So what do? The next step is publish. And you see it publishing one of three. It's publishing the campaign, the ad set, and the ads, okay? So if someone reminds me, I will share the results, once we get into execution mode later on, But we've been doing this forever. You saw that I've been spending money on Facebook on just one account for a long time. So that's the image out there. Well, $47. And we're targeting brand new people that are most likely very close in demographic to the people that already come to our website from organic activities. So I will never discourage you from going after organic in terms of search organic, because those are people searching. But as you build that out, it gives you opportunity to find more people like it on social media. And to me, that's the best form of social media marketing. The fact that you can actually find more people like what you're already familiar with is completely data driven, okay? So it says processing. Facebook has to go through it. They have to review it, and then they will approve. I get approval usually within hours, because I have the better track record your ad account is, the more lenient they are in terms of the approval process, okay? And if they disapprove, they usually give you a reason. And it's not like back in the days where they were vicious. They would back in the days, they just terminated accounts left and right anyhow. These days they're more open, and as long as you're willing to do the work, it's all good, okay? So the ad is processing. So as soon as it's approved, it will start running basically on $10 per day, okay? All right, that's all I have for you. Hopefully this was good stuff for you to continue to explore more. That's social media marketing for you right there. Read the book. Read the book as part of your homework. Let me see. Homework. Read the book, okay? Read the book, all right? Read the book. My opinion, 10 to 15 times, okay? 10 to 15 times. But here's the key. The more you read it, the more understanding you become of the mindset that creates success in digital marketing. It's coming from 12 years of experience. So, okay. That's it. That's all I have for you today. I'll see you on the next class, Copywriting Mastery. It's going to be a lot of fun for that too. Talk soon. Bye now.